What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and I know we are on the late night creep with this video here, but I had to get it out to y'all. So, can I tell y'all something? This episode 11 Marriage Huntsville leaves me very make you say, with a lot of things. Let's get into it, shall we? All right, y'all. So the episode starts off with Keisha, child, Lord, y'all know it's late. Tisha, Kimmy, and Tiffany going to some rock climbing place in Huntsville. So I guess they're starting to build new things in Huntsville, have more coming attractions. So they decided to go there, which I'm glad that they did because I want to see them go to more places. Like, I feel like they're always at some random coffee shop or their houses or at Black when they go to hang out or whatever. I want to see, like, on Love and Marriage DC, they go to like some really upscale restaurants in DC, which is hard for Huntsville to compete with DC, of course. But listen, I want to see y'all go to some places, like not the same old places all the time. So I was happy to see them doing something fun together. But I was kind of puzzled to see the people that were together of it all. Okay. Why y'all hanging out with Tiffany? Because Tisha, number one, I don't even think you really fool with sis like that. I don't think that you really like her. I can't say she don't like the woman. They haven't really had much interaction. And Kimmy, you had like some little issues with her here and there. So for y'all to be like hanging out all of a sudden, it's given very orchestrated. Okay, but whatever. So they're all climbing the to the mountaintops, child, on the rock climbing thing. And we find out that Kimmy is definitely afraid of heights. Like, sis was crying on the way down. Like, she was like, y'all don't understand. Like, I'm, in my head, I'm an athlete, but in real life, yeah, I don't want to be doing this. This planes are good, but I can't do this. Okay. So I was like, wow, Kimmy, this is really serious for you. I'm afraid of heights too. So I understood where sis was coming from. Okay. So they all sit down and talk after the rock climbing of it all. And Tisha says that she's glad that they're all getting to know each other. It's given Carlos King told y'all to film together. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. So she invites them to uh the marriage retreat that Dr. Francis has invited her to. And she said, I think it'd be really good for all three of us to get together and, go to this retreat. So are you guys in? And they said, they agreed to go or whatever. And Tiffany was saying, maybe they can talk about her and Louis not having enough sex and him having issues with her not wanting to have sex as much as he does, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, Tiffany and Louis, are y'all fucking or not? Like, and if y'all are, we really don't give a damn. It's really, I don't know what type of Tyler Perry play of a marriage y'all trying to put on together, but it's we're not falling for it. It seems like it's a game for y'all to play with y'all marriage just to stay on this show. Like, make room for somebody else that's interesting. That's all I'm saying. Y'all need to really just talk about what's really going on in y'all marriage, because this whole we fucking and we not fucking and then we fucking and then we gonna fuck every day. I don't it's not given. Okay. So anyway, she says she wants, maybe he can learn to fill her up with more than just his dick. All right, sis, whatever. So they agree to go to the marriage retreat. They're gonna try to get their husbands on board, but then they do ask her, so how you gonna get Marceau to come? Which I was kind of thinking about that as well. Like, girl, you had to trick this man to come to a whole counseling session with you. How the fuck you about to get him on a whole marriage retreat? Because he don't think y'all got no problems. And clearly you don't think y'all have any problems either, because you continue to brush it under the rug. But you really want him to come on this retreat for a reason. So I was interested to see how sis was going to pull this off. But anyway, Moving right along, in the next scene, Mel has been chosen as a co-host for the brand new amphitheater in Huntsville. So she's choosing outfits, and her mom is at the house. And Miss Van says she wishes the kids were there to attend the event, but it's not her weekend because they're with Martell. So I saw a lot of people on the internet talking about some, well, because Martell does end up bringing the kids to the event, but even in this scene, Mel says, well, it's his weekend, so it would have been nice for them to be here, but we're just not in that space where we can come to a consensus or have conversations where that could happen. So y'all all on the internet talking about something. Well, he brought the kids and she didn't bring them. She's not saying in this scene, oh yeah, I wish, that's messed up. I wish he would bring the kids. And I asked him to bring the kids. She didn't ask him to bring the kids. She's respecting the agreement that the courts have put together, where one person has the kids one week and the other person has the kids for the other week. She just said it would be nice if they were there, but it's not her week. Okay. And I feel like, and I'm skipping ahead just a little bit, I feel like Martell, even though he's trying to get into Mel's good graces, that was another sneaky little slithering snake sign of his, where he's like, yeah, well, I brought the kids. I brought the kids because I thought it was very important for them to attend this event with her, because this is a really big deal for her. He's trying to make her look bad. But sir, nobody asked you to bring the kids. I could see if she was like, well, Martell, can you bring the kids because this is a really important event for me? And then if he decided he didn't want to bring them, it's his week. It was the same thing with her. But that's not the case. I just feel like this is yet another tool for him to try to make Mel look bad. And I hope, even despite all the stuff that's been happening on the internet where they've been seen together or whatever, I'm glad that they're getting, on a good accord for the kids. But this nigga is still trash, y'all. Like, he is all about himself, and he knows that the only way for him to get any type of attention from the public or any sense of the realm of positivity at all, he's got to try to have some form of relationship with Mel, because his blessings is in the trash at this point. Okay. Oh, we got somebody on. I agree. Kimberly Pope says, I agree. Yes, definitely. Thank you for hanging out with me this late. I wonder where you at, sis. I thought I was the only one up. But getting back to the review. So Miss Van says that she wishes the kids were there. Mel says we just aren't in that space because of how he has handled her. And she says he needs to show real change outside of what's done on social media. And her mom says, don't let anyone push you into getting past it, and keep working on your own personal healing. And she says Martell is in a place where he is struggling with his anger and he is toxic. And I agree. Martell, Miss Van sees right through the bullshit. Martell is just really trying to pull at the female heartstrings of the viewers. Like, he has lost all credibility at this point. So he's done so many things to make himself look like the turd that he is, but he's trying to do all these other things to try to change people's image of thought process of him, like naming this wine after his grandmother and doing all of this stuff to garner attention so that people can, turn around how they feel about him. And he just has to do a lot more, because you do one thing to try to garner the public's attention, and then in the next minute you doing some other little dirty shit where you talking about Mel behind her back, saying she can't keep friends and all this, that, and the third. So it's like, you damned if you do and you damned if you don't with dealing with this nigga. So I feel like her mom is kind of in the background telling her, listen, don't let anybody push you back into this Negro's arms or push you back into being around him, because Mel talks a lot about getting favor from God because of her positive attitude towards life, and how she's continuing to be blessed because of how she's moving. So she's not trying to allow Martell to mess up her blessings with his narcissistic mindset and how he's constantly trying to control her, and he doesn't ever accept responsibility for his actions. So I don't know if somebody in the background is kind of trying to push this whole interaction between Mel and Martell, but Miss Van is basically giving her daughter some advice that, listen, don't listen to what nobody else say. Stay the course in what you're doing, and don't let him disrupt your peace. And I agree with that. Let's see what we got in the comments. Erica Fuller says he is definitely a narc. Girl, yes, indeed. It's really something wrong with him. He never can accept fault for anything that he does, or even if he does accept fault in the most minute manner, he will then say, "But you did this, and you," and I'm like, "Okay, sir, no, that's not what we're gonna do." Kimberly Pope says, "Nope, no problem. I'm in Georgia." Oh, okay, all right, Georgia Peach. Thank you for joining me. When Tay Talk says Martell is a fool, and I'm glad he done switched up on all those folks that he had disrespecting Mel. Yes, like we're gonna see a whole lot. That daggone trailer told us a lot. We're gonna talk about that at the end of the review. That's why Miss Van is on that vacation. She got her eye on Martell, and you seen her coming down them steps with that purse. Like it's giving mama's got a gun in the purse, and don't play with me because I'll use it. Okay. That's exactly what Miss Van is giving. Don't let her positive attitude towards life fool you, okay? She does not play about her daughter, okay? So moving on in the next scene, y'all, Martell goes to the empty compound of Louis, okay? And they over there talking about Martell and his nothingness that he got going on in life, basically. I feel like this was more of a filler scene for me, for them to introduce the fact that he's trying to make this bullshit attempt to be around Mel. So in their conversation, he talks about Mel being very toxic and how, she just won't, they have to come to some type of consensus about the kids or whatever. And he's trying to, he has like 1,000 emails where he's reached out to Mel and tried to, interact with her. And I'm like, sir, you emailing and doing all this stuff and trying to reach out to her, but for what? You have the kids every other week. Do what you need to do with the kids and give them back. Like, I don't, what is it that y'all really need to be having a whole 1,000 email full of discussion about? You just want to talk to her. Then he gonna say, Louis was like, well, that woman scoring thing, that's a real big thing. And, it's bad that she's using the kids against you. Louis, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up. That's what I'm gonna need you to do. Because you don't even know that if you having sex with your wife or not every day. You shut the fuck up, because you can't give this man no advice about co-parenting with someone that he did so dirty like he did Mel. Please don't say anything. Then Martell, he really grinded my gears, because he's like, man, I really love marriage. I loved being married. I want my marriage back. I mean, I want to be married to somebody else. No, sir, you want to be married to Mel. That's what you want, because you notice now that you are on the rock bottom of the low in your life, that your blessings came from the favor that God gave you being married to Mel. And now that favor is gone, because you did your dick more favors than your marriage by sticking it in coleslaw. So that's your problem, sir. You need to accept responsibility for your bullshit. Stop saying Mel is toxic. Stop blaming everybody else for your shit. Stop blaming everybody else because you don't have your builder's license and you're not doing shit with your life. Stop using everybody else to get yourself together. Accept responsibility, sit in your bullshit, and move on. That's all you have to do. Like, I am so sick and tired of him playing the woe is me tree. All the leaves are gone. That tree has died and is not giving you any more oxygen, sir. And admit that you want to be with Mel. It's okay. We know little Coleslaw gonna go live on Instagram talking about a bunch of bullshit with her hair all over her damn head, upset because now she's realized that she done humped and stumped all over your dick for years for no reason and never gonna get a ring. We get it. It's okay to admit that you still want to be with Mel. Hell, maybe that might make people like your ass a little bit more, because then they would know that you had a heart inside of that damn aluminum chest of yours. Moving on. because he gets on my nerves, always freaking lying. And Louis, I don't know what the fuck your point in this was. I'm gonna need you to have some customers in the compound because the compound is giving empty. Okay, I know some people around Huntsville that need to learn how to play baseball or whatever fuck you offering in there. And whatever you offering, I'm gonna need you to take up some of your own lessons because, sir, it's giving sloppy body. Okay, you need to, if you're giving all this exercise, you're offering these things, I'm gonna need you to utilize some of your services. And that's all I'm saying. And that's that on that. Okay. Moving on. Let's get into some of these comments, y'all, because y'all are just y'all going off over here. Just thinking about that, she probably like Medea. When I was talking about Miss Van having a gun in her she probably is though. She probably just not as loud, but she's definitely probably like Medea. It's funny, he never says what he has to say to her about the kids. Right. He don't have nothing to say to her about them children. He just want to be around her. And we saw that clearly, clear as day in that last scene. Not the 10-man girl. Yes, somebody take him down the Yellow Brick Road and get him a heart, child, because it's not in there. It's giving not beating. It's giving something's wrong with him. Like, seriously. Moving on. Thank y'all for commenting. Moving on, in the episode, Kimmy was packing, and this scene right here irked the shit out of me. Okay, so Kimmy is packing her the suitcases for this retreat that they're going to go on, and Maurice walks in and he's like, well, looky, where we going? What's going on here? And so she's like, yeah, Tisha invited us to this retreat and I just really would love for us to go. What do you think? And he's like, wait, I thought I got out of all of that. And I'm like, scratches my head, sir, what the fuck did you think you did to get out of going to marriage retreats? Did you think that y'all marriage was perfect? Sir, you was just on the internet being blamed for fucking linebackers. I don't hardly think that what y'all got going on right the fuck now, even though y'all are boring as fuck. You're boring as fuck on the show right now. Both of y'all are boring as fuck. Kimmy, you're trying to be the fake bone collector and trying to get relationships back together between Destiny and Melody, which you need to, sis, I'm going to pause this right here. Please give that a rest. I don't want to see that in season 4B, okay? I'm going to need that to be in 4A and stay there. Don't worry about Destiny and Melody. It's done. It's dead. Don't nobody want to see it. We don't give a damn, okay? And you and Maurice, Kimmy and Maurice, y'all are very dry. And Maurice, you are an asshole. I am convinced that the Scott's daddy raised them to be jackasses. And that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Because Maurice is showing in this scene, he showed himself to be so much similar to Marceau than ever before. Maurice is the sneaky type, though. Marceau is the kind that he gonna take jabs and he don't give a fuck about what nobody think. Okay, he gonna say whatever he want to say. He gonna embarrass out of his wife. He gonna do whatever. Maurice is a silent, sneaky killer. Because in this scene, it's like nothing is ever good enough for him. He's like, okay, I'll go on the retreat if we can have sex every day. And Kimmy is like, I'm not about to agree to that. And then he was like, well, what about twice a day? She's like, okay, well, if I agree to once a day, then why would you now ask me for twice a day? It's like nothing is ever good enough for you. And mind you, quiet as it's kept, Maurice, can you even get your dick up 2 times a day? I'm just saying. Why is the deacon of the church acting like this? Because you was the deacon of the church and you acting like the whore of the back seat. Like, what is wrong with you? What makes you think that you're going to be drilling somebody twice a day? Don't nobody want to be twice a day. They don't. I'm just going to let you know right now. And the reality is he don't want it twice a day. You just being an asshole. And you're trying to manipulate Kimmy into making her feel bad as for some reason for even asking you to go on this trip. That whole mentality of the Scots where they want to manipulate and belittle women and make them feel like just some sort of trinket in their life that they can puppeteer and make do whatever they want, that's dead, and nobody wants to be a part of that lifestyle. I'm really interested to see their parents because I want to see if their father manipulates their mother as much as they try to manipulate their wives. Because it's really sad. And I hope that this somehow comes out, because a lot of times when you go to therapy, you relate a lot of the shit that's going on in your life back to your childhood. Them motherfuckers seen some shit when they were growing up. I'm telling you, it was either their daddy or uncle or somebody close to them that was treating women poorly or try to play mind games with people, and they caught on to it. It was like, huh, this is how you supposed to treat women, or this is how you supposed to treat people. I'm gonna go ahead and take that characteristic, and I'm gonna take it throughout life. No, I'm gonna need y'all to leave that shit, because outside of these women that y'all are dealing with, and I don't know if this is a country woman thing or whatever, or a Huntsville thing, but you bring your ass to DC and talk that shit to a female, you might be liable to get smacked the shit out of. I'm just saying. So that scene irritated the fuck out of me, and he tried to, basically play little games with Kimmy, and then he eventually says, "Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go on the trip, but my wife doesn't want to do what I asked her to do." Well, nigga, you don't do nothing that I asked you to do. You drop all your tasks on me at the last minute, or just go and sign me up for shit like that I really don't want to fucking do, and I cope with that shit. But you can't immediately just say yes to a retreat. Get the fuck out of here with your Casper looking ass. Moving on, because they get on my nerves. And Louis and Tiffany, I don't even want to talk about them, because this whole scene right here is so dumb. Are y'all fucking or not? Do you want to go to the retreat to talk about y'all sex life or not? Tiffany, you got to leave the damn retreat early because you have all these obligations from your business, but you want to have a baby. You don't even seem like you like this man, sis. Like, I don't understand. Even though, Louis looked like Thicky Winans, he is a handsome guy. Thicky Winans is handsome. But he needs to, he need to get his shit together, because it's like both of them are living in character bodies right now. And I really feel like they're playing with their marriage just to stay on this show. Like, Tiffany is very sarcastic. She's very the kid in class that was snitching on everybody and thought it was funny. Like, that's what she's giving to me. Like, do you, and then she wants to have a baby, and I'm like, sis, you're too busy. Like, people got to think about having kids. Kids are not just trinkets of things that you can play with and they cute and you can put them back when you feel like it. That's not how children go. Children are forever, and she should know that with the kid that she has. But the kid that she has can kind of fend for themselves. A baby cannot. So you trying to do all these jobs and shit and be superwoman and speaking on stages and all this stuff, that's not something that warrants, oh, I'm ready to be a parent right now. And y'all not even on the same damn page, and this is just the second year of your marriage. So, you know what? Go to the retreat, because this marriage is on retreat right now. That's what it seemed like to me. And y'all motherfuckers don't know what the fuck y'all problems are, if you ask me. So in the next scene, we go to Leticia trying to, play games with Marceau to get him to come to this damn retreat. First of all, let me let y'all know something. It irritates my soul that she literally has to lie to him to get him to a retreat. Tisha, you need to, therein lies a problem right there in y'all marriage. And also, sis, clean up your fucking house. Like, every time I see y'all in a scene in this little house on the fucking prairie in Huntsville, like, mind you, y'all got all these cars and shit, and y'all got restaurants and businesses and all this stuff. And this is supposed to be just a rental home per se for y'all, or a stopping ground for y'all before y'all get into this big manor that you're building, which, by the way, we haven't seen y'all doing anything with at all this season. This house is given very much struggle house, and it's given very much, it looks like a struggle to be in it, because y'all always got shit everywhere, and that really irks my fucking soul. But moving on, in this scene, she trying to finesse Marceau and tell him, oh, we're just going on a couples trip with Tiffany and Louis and Kimmy and Maurice. And he's like, why we can't just go with Kimmy and Maurice? We always have fun with them. Then he's talking about all these places they can go to and whatnot while they're on the trip, because he thinking this is a damn trip. And little did he fucking know, you about to get your life fixed, sir, and you ain't even know it. Okay, so the mere fact that she has to do this is blasphemy to me. But I also feel like Marceau knew, because he made the fact that he brought up bringing Martell to stir up drama. He's like, yeah, maybe we should bring Martell to stir some things up. And she's like, this is a couple's trip. Martell is not a couple. He ain't bring up Destiny. He ain't bring up nobody else, but you bringing up Martell. I feel like he knew, and this scene was kind of like, orchestrated in the background some kind of way. But anyway, she lies to him so that his ass can come on the damn trip. But I'm just like, wow, this is really something else. But also the shade of this episode, I wish I had took a picture of it. The camera people are shady as fuck. They panned over to his ring finger and saw that it was empty. And on the after show with Carlos King, he had his ring on, and Carlos made a comment of saying, oh, so you have your wedding ring on this time, Marcel? And he's like, yeah, I always have my wedding ring on. That nigga don't never wear his wedding ring. And Tisha, she said something about it in previous episodes, but I guess she just stopped saying something because she's just like, oh well, it's Marcel, he's gonna do whatever he wants to do. And I'm like, well, bitch, he gonna keep doing whatever the fuck he wanna do, because you're not letting him know what he needs to do to satisfy you. You're just going along just to be along. And that's exactly how he's going to continue to treat you. Like, whatever you are, somebody that just exists in my life to help me take care of these kids that I done made you birth, and that's it. Tisha, I hope this retreat helps you find your backbone, child, because it's been gone for a long time, and I don't even know how you standing up. Moving on. In the last scene, Mel is at her event hosting, and at the start of the event, they're discussing all of her successes, all her business ventures, and all these things that she has going well for herself, and how she really feels like she's putting in a lot of hard work to make these things happen. And her mom is just like, I know you're working a lot, but you need to find some time to yourself, like take a break or whatever. And she's like, I can't take a break. Like, I am really on go time because I need to make sure that I have all these things in place for my children or whatever. And I loved hearing her say that, because you see the consistency in Mel, where it comes to business, where it comes to relationships, where it comes to everything that she puts her hands on. But you see with Martell, he just dipping and dabbing in a bunch of bullshit, not really putting a lot of effort into it. Mind you, we haven't seen Martell do another book signing until recently when he was at the Essence Fest. And the only reason he did that is because Mel put him on to be at the Essence Fest, because they both were there, and they had the kids. So she helped him out and got him on the docket. Then he ended up doing a panel or so. So he sees the positivity in his life when he's connected to her. Being connected to the old bobblehead that you done had this fifth baby with, what the fuck are you getting over there? Not a damn thing. I don't even see her hawking them clothes from Alibaba on her damn page no more. She ain't even selling shit. She too busy worrying about what the hell is going on and thinking somebody talking about her, or that people need to talk about her to keep the show going, which nobody freaking talks about her dingleberry brain ass at all. She's over there in La La Land in her head, when everybody else on this show is moving along and getting along in life and doing what they need to do to better themselves. Her, on the other hand, is on the struggle bus, and so is her hair. And she need to go sit in somebody's damn chair, because them buns and the razzle dazzle that's not happening with you, them dead ends of hers, I'm tired of seeing it on Instagram Live. And girl, it's just a piece of advice: stop going live on Instagram, because we do not care. At least do the shit on YouTube where your ass can fucking at least get paid for the dumb shit that you saying. But moving on, because I don't even understand the damn people that tune into her lives, to be honest. But whatever, because she ain't talking about shit. But anyway, Mel gets up there, she does her thing with hosting, and the kids and Martell are in the audience, there to support her. And then within the last scene, the kids and Martell come into Mel's dressing room, or if you will, and they sit down face to face for the first time since the last season when they had all these blow ups and all these different things. And the energy was so off between them. Like you could tell that it was very uncomfortable for Mel, but Martell just looked like the kid that saw the girl that he likes in class and he wanted to smell her hair. Like he was so excited to see Mel and just to be in her presence. I know you fucking lying talking about you don't want to be married to her no more and she's so toxic and all this, that, and the third. The problem with Martell is he is realizing that he can no longer have Mel and he can no longer manipulate her. But he seeing her in her element, hosting and doing all these things where she's continuing to thrive. He's attracted to that. And he sees, you know what, the image that that I want to portray out here, put out here, I can't uphold this image by myself. I'm not doing what it takes to do this alone. I need my partner. So let me try to soak up her essence as much as I can to get myself back on the map. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to try to kiss the ring as much as possible now. But I can still see him trying to be shady behind her back, talking shit about her to Destiny or whoever else will listen. But I don't know. Ever with the trailer that came out, first of all, y'all, let me say this. The way Mel in that damn jumpsuit was looking ta-da, how you like me now, and walked up in that damn empty ass beauty supply store of Madani don't got shit in there. She walked in there, hugged Kimmy, and walked the fuck out and ain't had no issues with it. I was like, okay, sis, okay. The gauntlet has been laid down, honey. Okay, she's not giving a fuck about none of that shit you talking about, Destiny. And Destiny, in season 4B, I'm gonna need you to come with it because you're coming with a bunch of nothing. That's why your ass ain't been on the show, because you lie so much. You don't want to talk about your life. So why are you here? I think Carlos is starting to finally realize. He's like, why are you here, Destiny? You're not talking about anything. So you know what? We're just going to edit you the fuck out because it's really, we've tried the whole trying to get you and Mel together situation. Mel's not seeing it for you. So why are you even here? So now with you at this, you're trying to start some shit with Mel as she's walking out. She's paying you dust. And then with Mel and Martell seemingly having this alliance now, I am here for it. Like, I am so ready for the second part of this season. I don't know what to do because while I don't want Martell and Mel back together as a couple, because if that does ever happen, we definitely need to see a shit ton more of work done on his behalf to earn her trust back. He got to be consistent for at least 2 years to get this woman back in his life. But I don't see that nigga doing that. I don't see it for that. I don't see it for him. At least right now, with y'all having this united front, at least for the children, that's going to prove to be more entertaining for the show. And for the kids, it's going to be so much better for your children. And so with them going and confronting Miss Wanda, then this whole uproar with the Scotts getting ready to fight him, I'm like, these the same motherfuckers that you had in Atlanta coming up here talking about your wine, and you couldn't even get one word out about your grandma, and your uncle was there that has invested in this wine. You didn't call him up, but then you about to fight these niggas. Who are your friends? And I keep saying it. The only reason why the Scotts are loyal to Martell in some shape, form, or fashion is because he knows all their dirt. And they are begging and pleading for him to not air their ass the fuck out. That's why Maurice was suckling at his dickhead in Atlanta. Oh, Marty, he's trying. He's doing this or he's doing that. But he was about to sock and bop your ass at this damn event. Okay? And while Martell, they had all these people holding them back. I did see the football star come out of his ass because it looked like he was about to pummel all them niggas to get to y'all. So I need to see this episode and I need to see it soon. But it seems like I saw that the second part of the season isn't coming back until September. So we just going to have to hold our horses. But that trailer, child, It gave what it needed to give, and the season part B is going to give all that it needs to give us. Okay. And I need to go back on Miss Van's page to see about this picture that she must have posted about this team wife shirt. And you know what? Y'all really tried it with the picture of the Diet Coke, and that's the one that had her name on it. Y'all really tried it. Okay. Whoever whoever posted that picture. But I'm gonna go back and find it on her page and see what's the goings on with that. Let's go back to the comments before I hop off and get back on and talk about Love and Marriage DC. Where we at? Problem. I'm in Georgia. Okay, Martell's a fool, and I'm glad he done switched up on all those folks. Okay, I think we read that. That's why Miss Van is on vacation. She got her eye on Martell. Yes. When Tay talk, I was just thinking about that. She probably like Medea. I think I read all these things. Hold on, let me get down. I keep telling y'all that Maurice is the ringleader, but he can't be as blunt as Marceau because he don't pay the cost to be the boss. His business be as empty as Louis' business. Child, yes, indeed. Okay. When Tay Talk says exactly, he probably can't even get it up that many times a day. And he low-key threatened Kimmy when he told her, okay, it's cool. Yeah, I'm like, sir, you begging for sex twice a day. Can you even handle it? And what are you threatening Kimmy for? And I love how Kimmy pokes holes in all his shit and she airs him out. Like, she's not like Tisha where she's going to let it steep like tea and just go along to get along with the shit that he says. She puts it right back on him like, Negro, I know you fucking lying. You ain't about to try me like this because yeah, make it make sense, sir. Miss B says, hey, Miss B, what's going on, sis? Miss B says, all the men talking about all this sex made me nauseous. Don't nobody want to be putting that visual in their brain, especially not their wives. Hey, oh, yeah. And these men on this show, child, Lord have mercy. I can't. Erica Fuller says, Tiffany acts like she's disgusted by him. Listen, you see what I see? Because I'm just like, Tiffany be giving him the dirtiest of looks, and it ain't in a sexual way, okay? Ms. B says, Erica, yes, she does. When Tay Talk says, but he can go to Africa, but you got to lie about going on a retreat, drops the mic. Listen, you ain't preached nothing but a sermon right here, okay? Like, you dropped that on her at the last minute when everybody and their mama knows that Africa and last minute don't go together. You got to have a visa and some more shit. And with all this stuff with the C-19 child, you ain't going nowhere last minute these days. Okay. Especially not out the damn country. When Tay talk, they the renters. Okay, yeah. So I know they had to be renting that little house on the prairie, child, but it's still giving struggle house. Miss B says, listen, Marceau needs to know where they going because he got to make preparations for his side piece. Same as Tisha do for those kids. Child, Miss B, you be killing me. When Tay talk, Marceau and Maurice act like they fucking Martell. They always want to be around him. I'm telling you, because he know all their secrets and he be lying for them or not saying anything. Okay? Because he knows where all the dead bodies are. Okay? And that's in the mistresses. Kimberly Pope says Martell and Ariane deserve each other. Child. She realizing that the money ain't coming in no more because the money was coming when he was with Mel. Now he's a ass nigga, okay? And she's realizing that. That's why her ass don't have no fucking car now. She better get a damn job. When Tay Talk says he did look like the popular girl in school when school knew his name. Yeah, like he was tripping when he saw Mel. Like he had the googly eyes for sure. Heart was beating out his damn tight ass shirt, which Martell, listen, sir, I'm gonna need you to stop wearing these sweaty loafers everywhere. Can somebody buy this man some tennis shoes, please? Because he always wearing these sweaty ass leather loafers. And I know he got athlete's feet. I just know he do because I know he don't have no socks on in them loafers and his feet is stinking. Get some tennis shoes, sir, today. Like today. Okay? Get some. Ariane can't control her son. She give him snacks and candy to keep him quiet. So sad. Yeah, and it's really sad. You know, for Martell to be such a great father, he really chose a terrible baby mama. Like, absolutely terrible. The worst. Okay? That's one he should have. I ain't gonna let me, Lord forgive me. I ain't gonna say that out loud. When Tay Talk says, and how Destiny gonna put somebody out of a store that she left already? She wasn't in there long enough for her to call security. First of all, can Destiny afford security? Because it don't even look like she can afford enough products to be in that damn store. Because the shelves was given barren, it was given empty, it was given desert. It's nothing in there. Like the aesthetics in her store. I mean, I can go to any Asian beauty supply store and see way more detail than this store. Like Destiny just needs to give it up. Stop wasting her money on that building, and she needs to just put everything online because sis is trying to live above her means, and it's giving sad. Miss B, that trailer was everything. Yes, it sure enough was. I can't wait. Lee Pepper says business partners is all they need to be. Maybe. Listen, I don't know. Miss B, lastly, y'all like this video. Yes, please like the video, y'all. It's 21 of y'all on here at 3:11 a.m. and I am super, super stoked to have y'all with me because I thought it was going to be me, myself, and maybe Miss B join me because she always comes at the last hour to come and join sis. So I appreciate y'all for watching with me. Please, please, please don't hesitate to like, comment if you go back and watch the video from the beginning, and talk to me in the chat, and share this video with anybody else that watches this show too. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out.